And let me do that one more time. Good morning. Welcome to my SilverSneakers Flex chair yoga class. I'm Olivia. Let's get started. Sit up against the back of your chair. Take a nice deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh, make a little noise. Get rid of that stale air. And then let your eyes just drift close, or maybe drop your gaze downward if that feels best to you. Drawing your attention to the fullness of your breath. You know, the lungs are shaped by like pears, and so the bottom of the lungs are the biggest. And let's get that air all the way into the bottom. And back out again. And then just let the corners of your mouth drop upward towards your earlobes. A little bit of a smile. And then eyes open, soft gaze. Everybody's got a little smile on their face, I hope. Let's move out to the edge of the seat. Feet right underneath the knees. Head over heart over pelvis. Nice and tall. Now first find the tip of the sit bone. So maybe roll back, roll forward, maybe side to side, and then find the very tip of the sit bones. Pull that navel in towards your spine, lift up through the pelvic floor, broaden the collarbone so you feel those shoulder heads really, thank you, Jean, draw towards the side walls of your imaginary box. All right. And then pull just ever so slight tuck in the chin, not to drop the gaze down, but get to the back of the neck nice and long. Once again, go ahead and close your eyes. And for this next movement, let's keep the eyes closed. I'm going to drop my ear over to the right shoulder and lift the left shoulder to the ceiling. And then drop the chin towards that notch in your throat. Come over to the left side with the right ear lifting to the ceiling. And then come right back up. So let's see if we can roll through this. Tipping over, drop the chin, coming back up, and all the way back up. And then again, other side. Keeping your eyes closed, I hope you can focus on your breathing when that happens. And not on what I'm doing or what your neighbor in front of you is doing. And again, there's one more. And then coming right back up. And now with your nose, make a figure eight right in front and as big as you would like. And again, keep the eyes closed if you can. Two more. And then finish that last one. And come right back to the front. All right, slide the hands back by the crease of the hip. Push down on the palms, lift the shoulders, drive them together, and all the way back down. So just an easy shoulder roll first. Begin to warm up. You can open the eyes if you haven't yet. I've turned the volume up on my mic. You can hear it, can't you? Sounds like a growl. All right, and one more time. All the way down. Now, as you reach the fingers down towards the ground, let the palms begin to press forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Like you're trying to really let the fingers reach towards the ground and the crown of the head to the ceiling. So that spine gets as long as it can, and this space between the shoulders and the earlobes get as long as it can. So now what I want you to do is draw the shoulders forward. Okay, I didn't see anybody. Draw the shoulder heads forward. You're going to point them to the corners of your imaginary box. And then we're going to point them to the back corners of your imaginary box. I'm just rolling them around. Feel a stretch across the back. Feel a stretch across the chest. Forward and back. Yeah. One more time. All right, so now we're going to be ready for some breath work. Hands together. We're going to inhale and open the arms wide. Right into the heart center. And then exhale, tuck the chin. Again, inhale, open, breathe into the heart center here. And exhale. Two more. Let that go all the way down to the base of the rib cage as well. And nice and slow so nobody gets dizzy. One more time. And down. All right, shake your hands out. Now we're going to reverse that. We're going to breathe into the back ribs. So tuck the chin into the back ribs. And then as you exhale, we're going to open the arms. Almost like you're going to use those shoulder blades to kind of squeeze the breath out. So here we go. Breathe to the back. Exhale. Just a different way to think about it. And you have to do it with the navel pulled into the spine here, because otherwise you would breathe into the belly. I think that's 4, but not sure. Let's take one more. And squeeze that in. All right. We're reaching up and down. Just easy, easy reach up first here. So begin to say good morning to the side body. You can take the feet a little wider if that feels better to you. It gives you a little broader base. And again. And just keeping track of the breath. It should be nice and smooth. Feet are grounded. One more time. All right, so now I'm going to reach for my wrist. I'm going to give you some choices here. You can take the hand in front, the hand over your head. You could even put the hand on the top of your head. But I'm going to reach up here, pressing the heel of the hand. And as I do that, I've got my belly pulled in, please. Breathing deep. One more breath. Let's see if we can release that up there. Hold it, breathe. And release back down. All right, same thing on the other side. You may take it in front. You could take the hand on the head or the hand up. Take a deep breath in, belly in, as we lead. Okay, and then pressing the heel of the hand to the ceiling, dropping your shoulders. Yeah, don't hold your breath. There should be no, yeah. All right, let's release one hand. Hold it, take a breath. And release back down. All right, let's go all the way around now with the arms and the shoulders. One more time. All right, with that right hand, we're going to rainbow arc back, fire on the abdominal muscles, and rainbow arc right back down. Again, back and front. Abs are tight. I don't know what that sound is. You hear it? I don't know. Okay, other side, same thing. Rainbow arc it back. Belly in. Come on back to the front. Again. Nobody's holding your breath, right? There's no One more time. It's very good. All right, lovely. Take a deep breath in. The feet underneath you. We're going to forward fold. Now tuck the chin. And then inhale, halfway rise. Let the heart move forward. You're going to feel that back work. Reach into chair pose. And let's take powerful pose here. Nice. Seated airplane pose. I'm going to reach back. Maybe take the arms a little higher. We work a little more in the triceps. And then as you reach the fingers back, you work even harder in the triceps. Circle sweep all the way up. Deep breath in. Turn to the right. Let the arms float down. Now, head over heart over our pelvis, and shoulders are parallel to the ground, so much that front shoulder doesn't drop. You want to keep the front one lifted and the back one dropped a little bit. Tuck the chin, look down towards the hip. Lift the gaze. Take the gaze up a little bit more. And then come back to the front. Cross over. Breathe between the shoulder blades. High. All right. Deep breath in. Turn to the left. Let the arms float. Again, that right shoulder is going to want to drop. So keep that right shoulder up. Drop the left shoulder. You'll feel those core muscles work. And then tuck the chin. Look down towards the hip. Look up towards the ceiling. And then come in front. Now I'm going to pull out on the knees and squeeze in. Again, breathe between the shoulder blades. And release. All right, right leg up. Ooh, and then let it drop. Same thing. high as you are comfortable. All right, up towards the knee, or towards the shoulder. And again, nice stretch. That should feel pretty good. 2 more. All right, so we come back to this leg, little circle in the ankle. Okay, so head over heart over pelvis here. Now, if you don't need the hand, don't use it. But watch this doesn't happen, okay? I want you to sit up straight. So if it feels better to have that support of the hand right there, go ahead. Out, draw it back in. I'm going to point the toes down, which gives me another little range of motion work. Fire on the abdominal muscles. 1 more time. All right, and now we're going to circle around. Again, you can use the hand if that feels better. Let's not get the whole body working, just the leg. All right, and now with that heel, put it right on the shin, and I'm going to slide up as if I'm scratching my shin. There, okay. 1 more time. All right, all the way down. All right, up comes the other leg, little circle in the ankle. Again, find the tip of the sit bones. If you don't need the hand, don't use it. And here we go, out, oh, and back in, down. That feels good to me. And back in. Extend, like you're pushing up that wall. You're gonna hold that wall up there in front. 1 more time. All right, so now we go around. In the hip, belly in, sit tall, yeah, nice. Okay, and then right here, heel on the shin. Give it a little scratch up and down. 2 more. All right, and release. Let's take a deep breath in. Now, rounding over that beach ball right here, a little tuck in the chin, look back towards the navel, and then bring the heart forward. Reach into chair pose, and come all the way up. All right, we cross the hands, deep breath. Exhale, scoop up. Let's take 1 sit down and come right back up again. Take a deep breath in, all the way back up. You know, if that doesn't work, use the chair. It's okay. Hands up over your head and down. All right, we're up. We're staying up now. Or please feel free to stay down too. That's okay. You want to sit there and breathe the whole time? I'm okay with that too. Whatever you need today. All right, deep breath in. We're going to take a forward fold here. So I'm going to bend my knees, hinge at the hips. Inhale, halfway rise. Now squeeze the shoulder blades together as if I put an ice cube right on your back right there. Or if somebody ran their fingers down a chalkboard, you go, oh, yeah. Belly in and circle sweep, rise right back up. Deep breath in. And let's bring down. And back to mountain pose. We'll stay here and get this figured out first. Heels onto the sit bones, little micro bend in the knees. Shoulder heads are pointing to the side wall, so those collarbones broaden. And if you're comfortable, maybe close your eyes. Otherwise, just drop the gaze downward just a little bit. And breathe. Now imagine I were the sun, all right? And I am shining out. So you're feeling that sun all over the front part of your body there. One more. All right. Nice open. Take a little movement. We're going to move around to the back of the chair. Get a drink of water. We'll come right back to the sun, to that. A little more movement, and then we'll move to the sun salutation. Okay, so give yourself a little room between you and the chair. Okay, so not all the way up, not all the way back to downward facing dog, about half, and so you would know where that is better than I would. Okay, but if you need that chair handy, you've got your fingertips. You could use it. Put that micro bend in the knees as you draw the tailbone down towards the earth. Now let the elbows draw in towards the waistline. Let the shoulders draw down the back. All right, we're going to take a deep breath in. And as I bring my hands back to the heart, I'm simply going to sink into my knees just a little bit. Deep breath in. Release back down. Again, breathing in. Just sink. All the way up and down. So my shoulders are staying on that imaginary wall behind me. I'm not going to hinge forward. Feel a little movement, a little stretch in the legs. And down. One more time. And down. All the way up. Take the hands to the chair. So I'm going to hinge forward. Eyes up, heart forward. Exhale, tuck the tailbone around the spine. Again, inhale, eyes up, heart forward. This is when I would straighten my arm to get a nice stretch down the front of the body, upward facing dog. And then exhale, scoop the belly and around the spine. Nice C shape to the spine. And again, cat and cow. Inhale. Exhale. Again. Exhale. One more time. And exhale. All right, stand up away from the chair. Shoulder rolls around. I'm going to take the palms together in the back. I'm going to hinge forward coming into this chair pose here. And you can extend, they can be right there by your hips. A little bit higher again, works the triceps more. Stretch through the fingers, works the triceps even more. And that's the back of the arm, is the part, still wiggles, right? Reaching out. I have a little hinge at my hip, long spine, so you don't need to look up at me. Look maybe 4 feet in front of yourself right there. From here, we come into, I'm going to say stool pose. We don't have to go down deep. You're going to hold that imaginary ball right here in front. And then we're going to go back. So I'm keeping the same bend in my knees. And I'm just going to drop the hips a little bit. Again, same bend in the knees. Nice straight spine here. Nice straight spine here. All right? Again, one more time. And come back. All right, we rise up. Deep breath in. And circle sweep the arms down. Okay, so sun salutation. I'm going to invite you to turn the chair around if you'd like to. You can do it this way. When we go into our plank position, don't go. If you're going to keep looking at the chair this way, you're not going to want to come into plank position. That would be both feet back. This is going to happen, of course. So you'll take 1 foot back, and then you'll step back with 2 feet, okay? Otherwise, if you're comfortable with this, we'll take, our plank here. We'll go back, and we'll go downward facing dog. Okay, and let me just show you this plank position. The key to this is shoulders right over the wrists all the time. So we can't be back here. You have to get over, and I'll get you started up in that. We're going to come here, and if you want to attempt plank position, you're going to slide the other foot back. Notice my shoulders are right over the wrists, and then back to downward facing dog. Work conscious of this. If you get dizzy, you don't want to drop the head below the heart. You can keep it right here and still get a nice stretch. Okay. All right. So from our mountain pose, right behind the chair. I'm a little ways away from it. All right, nice and tall. And we'll come do a couple of these movements here. Deep breath in. We're going to forward fold, halfway rise, and release, circle sweep back up. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Forward fold, hands find the chair. And this is where I want you to get the hands right underneath the shoulders. So readjust yourself here. We're going to take 2 cat and cows. Inhale, the heart's moving forward. Then move forward. You're going to look at the back of the chair, not up at me, okay? Exhale, drive the heel of the hand into the chair, around the spine. Take another breath. Exhale. Come back to that flat back. Right foot goes back. Toe ball, heel goes down. All right, and we're going to rise away from the chair. Warrior 1. Deep breath in. You need that chair handy. Go bring it back to you. Beautiful. Now, let's lower the arms down. I'm going to stretch the little fingers forward and lift up and around. All right, so just a little movement in the arms here and the shoulders. It's my version of sun salutation, all right? One more time. Up and around. All right, hands find the chair. I'm going to lift that back heel. Shoulders right over the wrists. Now, if you want to go through plank position, you're going to extend the left leg out. Otherwise, we'll meet you in downward facing dog. So slide that foot out. We go to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Stepping in on the left foot. So we're going to keep the same foot there. Keep that back heel lifted. I'm going to peel the left arm up. Reach it. Oh, did I get? Yeah, that's right. Reaching to the ceiling. Come right back down. Step that back foot in. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. forward fold. All the way up, and we hands find their way to the chair. Shoulders underneath the wrist. Step back on the left foot. I think that's correct, I'm not sure. We rise away. The other foot, is that right? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna take the hands forward, up and around. Again. Up and around, front knee over the ankle, good and secure in the feet here. Up and around. Hands find the chair, lift that back heel, heart moves forward. If you want to try plank, shoulders over the hands, step back, looking at the chair, don't look down to your feet. Back to downward facing dog, breathing deep. Okay, so we're going to step in on the right foot, lift that back heel in the back, and peel that right arm skyward. So I'd love to add a little twist to this. Really nice, really nice. All right, lower down, step both feet together, reverse swan dive all the way back up. All right, forward fold, halfway rise. Circle sweep, come into chair pose this time. Reach forward. Knees, you be sure you can still see your toes. Yeah, hands find the chair. Step back on the left foot. No, right foot, that's right. Toe ball heel goes down. We rise up into warrior one. Here we come. Lovely. Let's cross the thumbs over here and pull the thumbs apart. Yeah. So working the shoulders here. Deep breath. Should have a nice calf stretch going on here too. All right. Forward fold. Hands find the chair. Shoulders over the wrist. So push forward. We'll meet you in downward facing dog or step back to plank position. Heart moves towards the chair. Back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. All right, step forward on that left foot. You're going to lift that right heel. Peel that left arm skyward. We got it. Good job. Hands find the chair, both feet together. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. We're going to take the other side with forward fold. Here's that halfway rise. And now we're going to circle sweep, and I'm going to say stool pose. It does not have to be chair pose. All right, a little bit of a bend in the knees, reaching forward. Lovely. Shoulders back. Yeah, yeah. Okay, hands find the chair. We step back on the left foot, toe ball heel. Come away from the chair. Arms up, warrior one. Drop your shoulders as you reach the fingers up. Yeah, so nobody wears their shoulders like earrings. All right, drop them down. Nice. Let's cross the thumbs. Draw them apart and let these frame your face. They could be in front or up high. Breathing deep. Forward fold. All right, your choice. Downward facing dog or plank position first. We'll find you there. Looking towards the end of the seat of the chair. Shoulders over the wrists. Fire on those core muscles. Back to downward facing dog. Breathing deep. All right, step in on the right foot, back on the left, and keep that heel up. I'm going to peel that right arm skyward, all the way up. And again, it can come to your hip. You do you. I don't know your body. I don't know your shoulders. I just know your name. All right, drop your hands back down, step that back foot in, reverse swan dive all the way back up. This time, clap the hands, keep them high. So we're going to really work those muscles in the shoulders and draw that line up. Stretch even higher if you can. Draw the shoulders down your back and let them float down. All right, all the way down. Shake it. Very nice. Everybody had good variations. For our sun salutation, we turn the chair right back around. Grab a drink of water. So from mountain pose, nice and tall, we're going to let that right heel leave the earth. And this is where you may need the chair, otherwise hands at the heart. I'm going to roll to the toe. I'm just going to lift the foot up and then maybe tap it back down. So I have transferred all the weight to the left side of the body, right? I'm firing on this leg, pulling navel in, and just challenging the balance without trying not to move too much. All right, one more time. Let's hold that up. Hinge at the hip, shoot that foot way back, We're going to leave that heel up. Come away from the chair if you can. Little micro bend in the back leg. One arm, two arms, up to you entirely. But we come into high lunge. Beautiful. We had this little twist and open the arms. Use the chair with your right hand if you need to. Beautiful. Now with this left hand, slide it into your back left pocket, maybe down the back leg, and turn back to the front. Lift the heart, belly in. Okay, come on back to the front. Warrior one. High lunge again. Deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Both of my legs are firing on. They're working hard. Okay, now I'm going to drop that left hand. Reach back with the right. And then here's your choice. You can keep it there. You can slide it into your back right pocket, your back left pocket, whatever works for you. And then take the gaze back to the front. Now, and maybe this side, you might reach forward. It's a lot more challenging on the other side, I think, or all the way back up. All right, we windmill that arm from the back to the front, back to downward facing dog. Breathing deep. Any movement you need here? That was quite a little twist there. Again. All right, take the gaze forward, step in both feet, mountain pose. Lift the heel on the left side, put that little micro bend on that supporting leg, and then we'll begin just to lift and tap the toe. And tap the toe. Try to keep the body still. Use the chair if you need to. Beautiful. Again. All right, so we lift it, hold it. We're going to hinge at the hip, shoot that foot way back. The heel stays up. We rise up into warrior high lunge. Drop your shoulders, lifting the heart. Beautiful. Fire on the abdominal muscles. One hand on the chair. If you're going to put a hand on the chair, use the left hand because we're going to go to the right first. Reaching back. All right, that hand can go into your back right pocket, left pocket, your left thigh, up to you. But then turn the gaze back to the front so we get this really nice twist. Looking over the left shoulder, belly in. You could lift the arm. It seems like a bit of a challenge to me. All right, and swing that arm back up again. Warrior one, high lunge. Why am I saying that? Drop your shoulders. Okay, we go the other way. Right hand on the chair, left hand reaches back. And your choice, you can slide that hand. You can reach, slide it, or into your back other pocket. Whew. And then come, take the gaze back to the front, and maybe lifting up. All right, we windmill both arms. Back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees. And then maybe straighten the knees, tip the pelvis forward. Then maybe tuck the tailbone. Get some movement in the spine there. All right, I'm going to step out to the right just a little bit. I'm going to take my right hand on top of my left and push my hips over to the right just a little bit. You want to bend the right knee a little, straighten the left. Go ahead. Makes it a little bit deeper. Breathing deep. All right, we go the other way. Step out to the left. Left hand on top of the right. Push the hips over to the left. Maybe bend the left knee a little bit deeper. Scoop the belly. Pull the navel into the spine. And the deepest breath you've taken. Come on back to the center. Both hands back on the thigh muscles. Reverse swan dive all the way back up. Now you've got this great big beach ball. Reach it up to the ceiling. Take it behind your head. And open the chest. Release back down. Got it. Have a drink of water. All right. So coming back, we're going to, from mountain pose, let's walk the feet out and turning the toes out to the side. I'm going to sink into the knees here. All right. So a little bend. My shoulders are on the wall behind. Okay, so if I feel like I've got to come forward, what I want you to do is rise up a little bit so you can keep the shoulders on the wall behind you. You're going to press the baby toe edge of your foot into either your sneaker or the shoe, okay? So that's going to keep the knees tracking right over the toes and helps resist the urge to let them buckle in on you. Okay, load the arms up here in front and hands together. Okay, now I'm going to take one arm out to the side, come right back in. Easy enough, huh? The other arm. And again. So now what I want you to do is as you take that arm out to the left, look to the right and come right back. And then we switch to the other side. So a little more about balance. Be sure you fired on the abdominal muscles. Here. Again. One more. And back. All right, all the way down. Now, take one hand on top of the other, almost like you're going to push down on the earth. And what I want you to do is you're going to resist this. So I'm going to push down with my left hand as I lift the right one up. And then push right back down. All right, all the way down. Lifting up. Keep those knees bent. Only because you don't know you're working the legs, and that's what I want to happen. So I'm going to push down and push back up. Trying to keep the elbows lined up here the same. You'll notice if one's going to drop down, try to keep them the same. All right, let's switch and take the other hand. So as I pull up, I'm going to push down with my right hand. And again, work at keeping them the same. And you decide how hard you want this to happen too, all right? And again, one more time. And again, take a deep breath in, reach to the ceiling, straighten the legs out, come into our star pose. Shoulders up, shoulders down, ribs and hips connected. That lowers it even more, doesn't it? Okay, right foot faces the right, now use the chair if you need to, and the left toe faces the front. Arms come parallel to the ground. Yeah, let's just circle them down. Scarecrow. And then windshield wipers. Yeah. Keep the legs nice and strong while the upper body gets really loose. Okay, so think about that. Legs are really working. You're drawing inner thighs in. And then windshield wipers. Okay. Arms out. Sink into that front knee. Nice. Press that little baby finger back just a little bit. One hand on the chair. Any hand on the chair if you need it. And we're going to windmill. Touch the knee. Should be right over the ankle. Take a look and be sure it is. And then back the other way. Lifting up. And then as you go down, look to the left. So a little more skyward. As you switch, look towards the right and the gaze come up to the right. Okay? So that makes it a little more balance as well. If you come down, you may need to use the chair. And same thing when you come back up, if you're adding this head to it. And again. And up. All right, we're going to hold this extended angle right here, resting the wrist, reach to the ceiling. Let's turn the palm towards the right wall, and then maybe let that arm float a little more towards the side of the face. And then find length in it. Just like I said before, you work the triceps, really extend. Work the arms by really extending through the fingers. Give it that strength. And then maybe let that right hand float forward. And then reach to me with that right hand. So you begin to feel the spine twist just a little bit. And then close up that money. Let's go the other way. Okay, beautiful. All right, so from here, we're going to sink into that knee. Little fingers reach back. Arms parallel as best you can. You need to use a chair. I'm cool with that. Slide, and we're going to touch the finger. And this is where I'm going to ask you to look up. And then lift the arm, and again, you're going to look up. And keep one hand near the chair if you need to. It's okay. And again, notice this movement is right up here in the ribs. And again. I'm going to hold this downward motion, extended angle. Here we go. So maybe reaching to the ceiling, maybe on the chair. Turn the palm to the left wall, and then let that float by that outside edge of your ear. Yeah, nice. And once again, find length in that arm as best you can. If the elbow's bent, make the hand strong. Make the fingers strong here. If it's straight, really find length. Connect these ribs to the hips here again for that good strong core. Breathe. All right, we're come back up and come into extended angle. I'm not sure we did on the other side, but we're going to today. And breathe. Oh, I know what we didn't do. We're going back. Reach forward. And you have a $100 bill, and it's about an inch away from your fingertips. So, reach a little bit more. Belly in. All right. Grab hold of it. Back to your heart. Toes to the front. If you don't need a chair, don't use it. We're going to walk the feet in. Yeah, nice. And step on back so you don't hit your face a little bit. Feet are in comfortable mountain pose. Deep breath in. Forward fold. Halfway rise. That ice cube right between your back. Belly pulled in. And circle sweep, come into chair pose. Hold. Nice. Shoulders back. Come up just a little bit higher. Yeah. If that feels better to you, then that's where you need to stay, all right? Maybe sink a little deeper, see how you feel. A little much? Come back up. All right, now into airplane pose. I'm gonna reach around and grab that ball behind, flatten the back. Once again, hands can be at hip, hands can come higher, hands can really reach, all right? Belly in. We simply stand back up, nice and tall. All right, check out. Good work. Grab a drink. Come on back. All right, we didn't get balancing yet, so we have to do that before we sit back down. So around to the right side of the chair, nice and tall. And we can start first with just the arm. I'm going to extend the arm out to the side and come right back in. One more time, easy enough. Holding on to the chair, all right, and that's fine. Now, that right foot's going to come to the front, and it can slide out and back in. Keeping the body to the front. Slide out and back in. Here's another option. Arm and leg. Lifting that leg up, right? And again, really firing on that supporting leg. Yes, out. And back, including that glute in the back. Out and back in. All right, let's go out. Drop that foot to the leg or to the ankle right there, whatever you want, as we come into our tree pose. Belly in. And maybe find balance. Drop your shoulders, connect the ribs to the hips, just like in star pose. All right, hands to the heart. Step out wide. Deep breath in. Exhale. Hands on the thigh muscles. Tuck the tailbone and round the spine and roll up. That should feel pretty good. As you come all the way back up. Walk that foot back in. We go to the other side. Okay, so first we just start with the arm. Mountain pose. In the body. As I open this arm, I'm not turning. It's just the shoulder and the arm that's doing the work here. So you're going to point that elbow to the side wall, maybe even the back corner, depending on your range of motion. One more time. All right, here comes the first balance. The foot with it. Use the chair if you need it. Out to the side and back. I have a little micro bend in my supporting leg here, and I'm lightly brushing my toe. One more time. All right, so we lift it up. Same thing. Keep that chair handy. Nobody needs to be a hero. Go ahead and put your hand on the chair. It's okay. And one more time. All right, we're going to hold that leg out there and drop the foot in. Or drop the toe down and come into sapling pose. That's okay too. Before you take this hand off the chair, if you're going to, you're going to firm up that leg. Squeeze the glute, be sure it's working. Squeeze the thigh bones. Maybe find balance. And turn your gaze downward just a little bit. That may help. Bring your attention to your breath. Free pose starts when you want to come out of it. And step out to the side. Wide step. Slide down. And tuck the tailbone. Feel that stretch in the low mid-back as you come right back up. Nice and slow. Shoulders up, around, and down. Walk that foot back in. Deep breath. Forward fold. Here's that halfway rise again. Circle sweep. Just pass through chair pose. Come all the way up. Let's take the palms to the ceiling. Flex the hands. Bend the elbows there. Nice. Out to the side. Flip them down. Come on around to the front. Wiggle. Okay. Have a drink of water. Let's sit back down. Good work. Okay. Let's take the feet wide this time. I'm going to get into that low back again. Anytime we're leaning forward here, please pull that navel in towards the spine. So I'm going to turn towards my right leg here. I'm going to reach out with my left hand like I'm going to shake somebody's hand. But I'm going to pull that belly in as I do a deep breath in. Exhale. Navel comes in. Reach. Now let's stay here and breathe as you reach even deeper. I'm using my right hand for support. One more breath. All right. Lifting back to the ceiling. Keep that arm up. And we're going to take this little twist in the wrist and maybe turn the gaze to the ceiling as well. Bend the elbow as much as you can. One more time. Circle around. Deep breath in. Exhale. Here's that reach. Belly in. Take a breath. Lifting up. Rotate heart upward. Palm to the ceiling. Take a breath. And release. All right, let's bring that right leg in. I'm going to take this high cross. Please feel free to keep the foot on the ground if that's better for you. Again, you can support the leg. You can open it up, pull up on the outside edge, but sit nice and tall and feel that stretch in through that hip there. Oh, goodness. Let that low back press forward here. Yeah, and tall. Lift the heart. You'll feel it even more. Up and over goes this leg today. We take a deep breath in, both arms up. We're going to rotate in the rib cage, using those core muscles, and then let the arms float down wherever they land. Come all the way down. You can do this with the foot on the ground as well. All right, come on back to the front. Walk the feet back out again. Wide now with my right hand, left hand on the thigh. Deep breath in, belly in. Exhale, reach out to take somebody's hand. Now breathe to the back ribs. And then we're going to reach up. Big arc, just like we did in the beginning. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Palm to the ceiling. Lift the heart. Yeah. Splay your fingers out there. Let that elbow draw back. Comes right back in. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach. Breathing into the back ribs. I'm going to use my left hand and aid in this twist. Lift the heart skyward here. And circle around, come all the way back up. All right, in comes that leg. Again, on the ground is just fine. And your choice, opening the hip, supporting the hip, whatever feels good. Let that low back press forward for a little extra, a little new sensation. Cross that leg over or on the ground is just fine, and both arms up. This is where we're going to use these core muscles to twist. Exhale. And then just let the arms float down. Wherever they land, they land. Again, shoulders are going to be parallel to the ground. So instead of, I don't know how you would do that here, but work at keeping them parallel to the ground. I guess that back shoulder might drop if you let everything relax. So keep the back shoulder lifted and the front shoulder lower. All right. Keep that hand on the chair. Let's come around to the front, uncross that leg. Slide one leg out in the front. Doesn't matter to me. Toe to the ceiling or toe goes down. but I'm gonna put my weight into the hands of the chair just a little bit, point the elbows to the back, and lift the heart. And I want you to tuck the chin here. So look to me, because that's gonna keep the head nice and long. Otherwise, the head's gonna fall back, the shoulders are gonna come up, or you're gonna stop breathing because you've clogged up your airway. All right, both feet on the ground. Big beach ball right here. Scoop the belly round over. Oh, yes, that should feel good. Breathe into the back ribs. All right, and roll back up. And let's just take the other foot in front. I like to be even. You can flex the foot or you can drop the toe down. Whatever. If you have shoes on, it's more difficult to drop the toe down. Elbows to the back. Push into the heel of the hands. Lift the heart. Don't look to the ceiling. Look to the exit signs, all right, or something like that, or here. Let the shoulder blades squeeze together again. Full deep breath into the heart, front of the ribs. Okay, guys, we're going to go the other way now. Take the feet out, big beach ball here, round over, breathe into the back ribs, all the way into the base. Slide all the way back up, push all the way to the back of the chair. A little more in the feet and legs, hands and wrists. Anything else you didn't, any stretch you didn't get, you need. And we settle on in. Push that back into the chair. Settle on in. Close your eyes. Oh, relax those powerful jaw muscles. So unclench your teeth, those biting teeth, let them release. Maybe even release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Close your eyes. And one more time. When I am among the trees, especially the willows, the honey locusts, equally the beech, the oaks and the pines, they give off such hints of gladness. I would almost say they save me daily. I am so distant from the hope of myself in which I have goodness and discernment and never hurry through the world, but walk softly and bow often. Around me, the trees stir in their leaves and call out, stay a while. The light flows from their branches, and they call again. It's simple, they say. And you too have come into this world to do this, to go easy, to be filled with light, and to shine. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Hands together at your heart, drop your chin to your chest. This world still needs your light, friends, so shine it on. Namaste. Namaste. Don't ever think we don't, huh? All right. Now, go in peace. Have a great day. I'll see you this Wednesday because it's not the second Wednesday of the month. Now, before you leave, next week, we have a camp in here. And so we have to scurry out after class because he has tables to set up. So if you have to dawdle or you want to have a conversation, I'm going to ask you to take it outside. Take that outside. Then, in the month of July and August, I'm going to back this up to by 15 minutes. So this class will start at 10. And the circuit class will start at 9. I'm going to put it on the calendar so you don't forget. But just for 2 months, it helps Mike out a lot, so he doesn't have to hurry to get things done and frantic. Because we have a ton of kids coming in. They're cooking in the kitchen every day now, so it's going to be a busy place. I love it when it's that way. It's really great to see. So we want LE3 to be happy because we love having them here, and it's the best way we can do that. Okay.
Very good.
Great. I'll have a new calendar next week for you, but just know that next week we got to scurry out.
So glad That was great. Thank you for being there. I followed you along. Doing great. And the important thing is we're moving.
Well, I don't care.